let's get back to our project, and here we will be creating this particular holder name over here, which is known as trans checker. We will be providing a width of 100%. Now a height of 300 pixels will be good. A background of for say, now in between we will be creating a child holder here, which will be known as trans checker child. We will be providing a width of 100 pixels, a height of 100 pixels, and a background of. On the other hand, two things can be done over here. The first thing is we are providing a padding of 1 em, and in order to suppress this exceeding nature of our horizontal scroll bar, all we are going to do, we are going to put here a box sizing of border box. Now here we go, we have created all those things right over here, and now we are getting back to index.html, and at the bottom of the page, all we are now going to do, we are going to create this particular div of trans checker. There it goes. Let's check. Here it is, trans checker, and now we are going to use this particular child here, div class. Now if we get back to our project and reload, we will see that this is the output so far, and as we can see that there's practically no kind of horizontal scroll bar right over here, and this is exactly into this process. Now if we use transition in an order to change this particular width such that this red box inside this yellow box, it will be occupying this whole width over a particular passage of time, then all we need to do, we need to get back to stylesheet.css, and where do we wish to have this particular change to be reflected on? Into this trans checker child. So all we are now going to do, we are going to create here a transition. So this is the command. We are mentioning this transition property. We are asking to make a change into this particular property of width. That means from a 100 pixels width, it will be occupying this whole yellow box as it has been seen over here. So that is why we are getting back to this thing, transition width. Now here we should be mentioning the duration, which is 1 second, or if you wish to put this one 2 seconds, and then we are going to mention it. What is the transition timing function? Is in. Now all we have to do, we have to create the action which will be causing this animation to take place. We are getting back here, and we are asking that under this hover condition, this width will be 100%. Sorry, we had made a mistake out over here. So this is the thing, hover. Now if we get back to our project and reload, we can see that on mouse hovering, this particular red box, it is practically now occupying this whole width. Now if we remove this mouse from here, then it is now getting back to its original position. So all those things are, those events are taking place. This particular event is practically taking place due to hovering of our mouse into this red box, and we can see that this red box is now occupying this whole area. Now if we get back into our project, we can see that this is the transition property that we had mentioned over here. This is the transition duration, that means the duration of animation throughout which it will be taking place, and we have mentioned this transition timing function. One very important thing that should be mentioned over here is, if we do not mention anything at all, such as this 2 seconds. Or if we just remove it from here, and if we now save, getting back to our project and reload, we can see that a mouse hover action is taking place, but this is not any kind of animation. This is practically the scheduled hover action has been defined into our CSS document, that due to this hover condition from 100 peaks it will be now getting 100% device width. So this is a very big problem. So that is why in an order to place a successful animation into our holder, all we need to do, we need to mention this particular time or the duration of this particular animation. So now if we get back to our project and reload, and we can see that the smooth animation is taking place. Another thing, as we have told you, that ease is the default value, and there are 4 more values like it, like this linear, ease in, ease out, ease in, out, all those things. First of all, let's check what will be the result if we now put here ease in, out. Get back to your project and you can see that a slow start and then a slow end and then a smooth animation in between. In the same manner, if we put here linear, we will be observing a constant speed here. Reload, and this is a constant speed. There's practically no slow start or no slow end, but it is now moving with a constant speed. So this is the power of linear. Like this one, there is another alternative transition timing function that will be taking place over here, and it is known as cubic Bezier. This is practically a default value as set by the user. So you can set the default values of your own. You can customize this particular speed of animation over there, and that's a separate issue. Right now, if instead of this particular width, we now mention a background, and from this width 100%, all we are going to do, we are putting on this background condition over here. So instead of blue, so instead of red, it will be now turning into a blue one. Let's get back to our project and reload, and we can see that from this red it is turning into a blue. So we can see that we can change any kind of properties over here, whether it is dimensional or it is related to the background or images or this sort of thing. So everything can be changed over here. You can change the height, you can change the width, you can change any attribute practically. You may change the font size, anything you wish. So that's it for today's tutorial. Hope you guys have liked this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to define about transform properties and all those related things. Hope you guys have liked our tutorial. If you guys have liked our tutorial, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscriber button down below. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then, bye.